Hey, Dana here, and welcome to my vlog. You know, when I purchase something, I do a review on it. Well, I'm away from the home a lot at night. My wife is left alone, and we had an incident about a year back where somebody came to the door. We live out here in the country. We have 9, or down to 7. Down to 7 Shih Tzu dogs. Well, when they start howling, it sounds like one big dog. But, you know, that's kind of a deterrent. But if she's sleeping and the dogs go off, then, you know, of course, it wakes her up. Well, unfortunately, being in New York State, you need a pistol permit. And unfortunately, I lost mine
20 years ago
to a domestic dispute that had nothing to do with the handgun. And I've tried twice in those years. I tried twice in the time frame to get it back. But
with the cost
once you lose
of
it, you're not going to get it
each
back.
time.
Because we are an anti-gun state. Where if you live down in Georgia, you can walk in and do a background check and walk out with one. A company called
Pronounced Byrna
come out with a design where the pistol and their rifles are non-lethal, but they will do damage. I got thinking about it and reviewing it, and I decided to break down and purchase one. So my wife has a more sense of security while I'm gone. So here we go. Okay, this is what we have. The alternate to deadly force. This is going to give you
most likely a
Byrna
permanent murder
launcher
wrap.
is what it's called. It's a CO2 powered personal protection solution that launches a 1.6 caliber round projectile. Patented trigger mechanism allows the gas cylinder sit unpierced until it's ready to go, until needed. When the trigger is pulled, it simultaneously pierces the CO2 cartridge and shoots the first projectile. The launch
After piercing, it's only good
ready.
for 48 hours. I'm
Is a
not
safety
sure,
tool
but we'll be reviewing
providing
that
the key
later.
elements of time and distance from a potential assault in the home or on the go. It is easy to use and simple to operate, creating an effective safety zone from the threat, provides time to get out of harm's way, and offers safety and confidence.
Stay at least 6 feet away from
wherever
your
you go.
assailant.
Okay, states and municipalities may regulate possession and use of the Byrna launcher and projectiles, including transportation in a vehicle used by certain categories of persons and use in certain venues. Use for any reason other than self-defense may be a crime. Possession of compressed CO2 cylinders is regulated by certain venues, including airports. Always check applicable laws and regulators before purchasing, transporting, or using the Byrna launcher. And warning, this is not a toy. You're right. All right, let's see if I can get this a little better.
Pronounced Byrna.
Okay. This is not a toy. Keep out of reach of children. Projectiles may be a choking hazard. Keep safety on when not in use, if equipped. Read entire user manual before use or storage. Improper use or mishandling may result in serious injury, including, and not less than, loss of eye, death,
Damn it.
and subject to use to criminal and civil liabilities.
Make it
Disclaimer.
easy, but I can't get it open.
And assumption of liability. The user assumes all responsibility for any unsafe, improper, and unlawful possession or use. Our technology will not be liable for any personal injury, loss of life, or damage to property resulting from the use of the Byrna launcher, whether resulting from its intentional, reckless, negligent, or accidental use or discharge. Seek legal advice or ask your local police department if you are unsure of the applicable and law or regulations. If you are not willing to assume this liability, do not use this device. Read and follow all instructions before storage, and careless or improper use may cause serious injury or death.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, warning. Do not banish or display air gun in public. It may confuse people and may be mistaken by law enforcement. Displaying this product in public places may be a crime. Do not change the coordination or markings to make it look more like a firearm. That is dangerous and may be a crime. Never point the launcher at any person or animal except in self-defense.
Okay.
Read and follow all instructions
Never want that in it.
and manuals before storage or use. Careless or improper use may cause serious injury or death. And this device may contain chemicals known to be in the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm.
Well, I ain't having any babies.
Well, if you shoot somebody between the legs with it, it will definitely...
Mess them up.
Yes, definitely. All right, so let's open this
Are
up.
you done?
And again, consider this a loaded weapon at all times, and it will cause major, if not death, if not used properly. Let's see. Approved by the pros and the public. Byrna launchers are used by government and law enforcement agencies and provide security firms access across the United States.
Oh, you're taking my gun.
Push
Push, pull.
and pull.
Push, pull.
Alrighty, there we go.
No, I
Alright,
can see it first.
okay.
Look, it even comes with some little bullets.
Done it? Okay,
More little bullets.
again, Byrna SD Launcher
Pronounced Byrna.
includes launcher, CO2 cartridge, 2 magazines, 15
What's the difference?
ammunition rounds,
What's the difference?
practice rounds.
These are gray.
Yeah,
These are green.
yeah,
And these are black.
yep.
New York State will not
Always
allow
at the ready.
the mace
Patent
projectiles.
piercing technology allows long-term storage and trigger punches on the first foot
I am told the CO2 cartridge is only good for 48 hours
Oh, that's
after
CO2.
piercing.
Useless.
I don't know yet.
For, less lethal protection, legal in all 50 states. No background checks, permits. Interstate travel friendly. Okay. So, well, once it's loaded, you know. Hey, here's your magazine. You have a small CO2 cartridge that can be
Okay,
modified
well, I
for
might
a
need the
bigger
directions
CO2.
on how you open this.
You get 3 different types of cartridges. These are training projectile.
Pointed at the baby.
The training projectile has dust
one's
in it, so it'll mark its
eco-kinetic.
hit.
Well, it's broken. It won't
Good,
open.
Johnson. Babe,
Huh?
You have a thing on the side. I'll have to show you in a second.
Oh, this?
Eco-friendly with...
This?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Eco-friendly with no active ingredients. Engineered with visual impact technology.
It's even got a safety.
Cost-effective in training. Dissolves in water. So this is like a marker. When that hits something, it explodes and leaves a mark.
That dissolves in water?
It can.
It's supposed to.
Well, it'll dissolve once it marks. You can wipe it off. Is what they're saying. And let's see. And again, that was a training projectile.
This is the one that you can reuse. That's what these are.
Well, this is your...
Doesn't break on impact.
Yep, this is the kinetic. This is the one that you're going to use for self-defense. For self-defense and training. Does not break on impact. Always use eye protection. It may ricochet back at you and hurt.
Not for use against humans.
Right. And then I just...
What are you using that on?
Huh? It's practice. It's a training projectile.
Oh, yeah. That's what it says.
And then I bought another 95 of the defensive projectiles. All right. It feels almost like a Glock.
Well, can I see it again?
No, not yet. All right, here's your safety. As you can see, it is in safe position. You'll drop it down, and now you're in fire position. Always keep it up. Okay. This has it's a single shot. It's not when you pull that trigger. When you pull that trigger, it's going to pierce. You're going to be able to just shoot.
As fast as you pull that trigger,
as you're doing
going to release a
This does not
projectile.
slide. It's not a slider like, a regular automatic would be. But it doesn't need to. Once that ball is gone, it automatically pushes another one up. It feels really good. You have an end on here. You can add a light to it or a laser. You can also add a extension onto it to increase the size of your CO2 cartridge. Your CO2 cartridge is going to go in there. Yeah. So there we go. Always keep it away. Here's your CO2 cartridge that's going to go in here. And let's see if they give you a tool to do that. All right, stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, that screws out.
But it's not going to be shot yet.
It doesn't get pierced until you pull the trigger. It can stay in there permanently.
Okay.
And then once you pull the trigger, it automatically pushes.
I just didn't want to waste those CO2.
So, no, you're not.
There's only 2 of them.
Yep. Well, you get, I'll have to look and see. You get like 25 shots, I think, per CO2 cartridge.
Get me a laser light, I'll only need 1.
So I know. Well, I'm gonna get you the a light that goes on the end of here. So when you pull the light, you see what you're going to shoot. Else it'll blind whoever's in front of you. So you'll have the advantage. And you can walk down the stairs with the light on, and then they'll always be ready.
You better make sure you say, I'm coming in the door.
Yeah, I know. You better know I'm coming home. But there is options here. You can put a laser on here. You can put a light on here. And again, you can get an extension that goes right in here where the CO2 cartridge is, and you can increase the size of the CO2 cartridge. This model here is the SD.
They have the 2 models. The SD is self-defense, and the LE is law enforcement.
Got a longer CO2.
Oh, I can do that.
Because there is play.
Whoops.
There's a little bit of play, so you can get a bigger CO2 cartridge.
two cartridges. One is an 8-gram, the other one is a 12-gram.
So
the 12-gram doesn't make it more powerful, it just means it can shoot more projectiles.
That's all it takes.
How many get in it? 7?
You can only put 5 in it.
5 in it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We'll do one more?
Only 5.
As far down as it goes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only, where does it say that? 5 rounds. See it?
Does it say 5 rounds?
Up top, see it?
Okay.
Right here?
Okay.
It says 5.
5
That's all
rounds.
it takes.
5 rounds. Okay. And then you'll be able to see them inside that. Inside your line. 1, 2, 3.
Load them both.
1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. Okay. And then we can go ahead and install that.
We'll shoot it.
Okay. And it's locked in. Now to pop that out, push it. You see it? Push that button and it releases it.
Yeah.
Put your next on.
I saw that after I figured it out.
Pop. Okay. And this is, again, your safety and release. And it has one on both sides, so you're going to be
dexterous.
Ambidextrous. So, that, and always have it up. And you can purchase different colors for this. I chose to go with the black. Okay. So, I would say it's as far as I'm concerned, it's more concealable because it's black instead of the bright orange and whatever. And again, I went with straight black. And there's your two different
You're not letting me read no more.
versions.
I'll play with it.
See, it's got the added length onto it, so you can add a bigger canister. This is the one behind it. This is basically what law enforcement use, but if you want the extra projectiles. Would you stop pointing that at me?
I'm not pointing it at you.
You are.
I'm pointing it under the table.
Yeah, pointing at me though. Anyway. All right, so you know
it gets stuck.
You know what's
It gets stuck.
It's supposed to be. Okay. All right.
Well, now it popped out. It didn't pop out just a minute ago.
I'll figure out what lubrication. It's going to be a dry lube, definitely. So, no, it's not. Yeah,
no, it's not.
I don't have anything in it, do I? Okay.
It's in here.
Okay, so we don't have the...
There's 2.
Still don't see what's in there. So we still treat this as a...
And I put all the little bullets back.
Still,
because it's got a thing here of them.
Okay, you still treat this as a real gun. Okay. Okay, so she's already got the... Make sure that's locked in. That little button is over here on the bottom side. Down, and it will drop out, and then you can throw the other one right back in. You can get holsters for this, just like a real gun.
Quit looking down it.
Okay.
So how
that goes straight in, and then that's gonna.
So that screws in because I just had it screwed in, and you unscrewed it.
Yep. But it's gonna.
It goes like this.
Yep, it goes in like that, and then you got this little cup light, and it's gonna go in just like so.
Oh, I put it in backward.
Yeah.
You sure you're putting it in right?
Yep. Yep, it doesn't have a...
How come it's got a hole?
Because it's for air. Also...
Is
there a thing in there?
Warranty in the directions.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, she found the warranty and the directions are underneath here.
And you wouldn't know it except for you saw this little bit right here.
There you go. All right, there's your
Oh, and look, it's got a little tiny card that you put in your pocket.
All right. I installed the go ahead and install. Make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, so she's unloaded and away from you. There you go. It's going to sit down in the bottom of there. You're going to see there's a little.
So point the barrel in a safe direction.
Yep. Unscrew your cap, which is in the front.
Remove seat.
What?
Alright, how do I get my bullets out? Like this?
Oh.
Like that?
Don't do that.
Don't do that again. Okay, I put one in there. I found one.
Okay. The cat's running around trying to
Find the other one.
chase him around. I got one here.
Well, where's the other one?
Oh, there it is, babe. Over there by him on the floor. Oh, nope, you're going too far.
Oh, I see it.
There you go. All right.
Well.
All right.
Evidently.
That's how you unload it if you're gonna unload.
Evidently, on the end of your magazine.
Okay.
Remove the CO2 cap using the cap tool built into magazine base.
Oh, there you go.
No, don't. Here.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Okay. There's your. Okay.
What is this?
Huh?
What is this?
That goes in on that. It goes on that.
Oh.
Just like so. There you go.
Gotcha. All right.
I was looking for the.
All right.
I was looking for the Allen.
So that's what that is.
Yep, that's
All
what
right.
that is. So you take
Have it
that.
back.
Okay. And now I can take the CO2 out of that. You stand up. There you go. So it's going to go like so.
Let me see.
Once the flush when it's done. Even though it's loose. Start with. Okay, go ahead.
Make sure the breach indicator is down. Where's this? Down. When the breech is empty,
Okay.
align the top of the magazine with the magazine well. Make sure the CO2 cap tool is facing the rear of the, okay. So this is up.
Huh? That's down.
Down now. There was a bullet in there.
Right, it would be up.
There was a bullet in there. I pushed that down. A bullet came out.
Uh-huh.
One come out. That belongs in there. That's 5 now.
Okay.
How'd that get? How does it put one in?
Okay.
Now wait.
Yeah.
This is how you take it out, right?
Yep. Okay.
It puts one in.
Okay, so.
It puts one in. There's one in there.
So, yep.
Because there's only 4 left.
So that will automatically lock in the chamber when you push that in there. So it will have one in it all the time.
Push that down. That's going to let it out.
This shows that there's one in here. So, and that I just popped that out. So this is your breech indicator. Okay, that lets you know you have one in there.
When you put it back in.
Yeah.
And you take it out.
Yep.
You take it out, and that one's in there.
Because that now is raised, so now you have one in there.
Right, but if I take this out and there's one in here, if I put it back in, is it going to make that one fire out?
No.
So it's always just going to hold it.
Yeah, it's only going to hold it. As you can see, your breech indicator is still raised, so you have a ball still in there. Now, she wants to put that back in there. Then now you're still up there and it's still ready to go.
But I'm going to leave that unloaded because I don't need them both loaded.
So I might going to pop that out, and then to
I'll put another ball in it.
you just push that, and then the ball comes out.
I'll put another ball in there, but I don't think you can. I don't know if you'll be able to load it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it'll let you put it in now.
I don't know if you can have 6 or not.
No, there's only 5.
Yeah.
But if you put it in here, then it's going to technically have 6, but I don't think it'll let you put it in there.
Yeah, looks like you're clear for another one. I think you're clear for a 6. It just won't hold it in there.
Did you just, oh, you just took this one out, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, that was not what I wanted to know.
Okay, so she just put one in, and now she can pop it back out.
Now wait, don't touch it.
And she's going to try putting another one in.
Which I don't think you can do. I don't think it's going to let you put it in. Oh, it is. So technically now there's 6 in here.
There's 6 in here. Yeah.
So when it shoots it, is it going to shoot 2?
No, it's going to shoot 1. It's going to just shoot that one.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, how about that?
It just says it's a 5. That's 5, but you might be able to put the 6th one in.
Oh, did you put? Oh, you did put that in there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll play with that.
Okay, so we messed around with that. What are you doing now?
I was putting that bullet back,
Oh, okay.
so I didn't lose it.
Okay. Well, you have these.
Well, I know. That's why I left
Sure.
this unloaded,
Same
because
projectile.
I left this unloaded to see what those are.
And then again, these explode, so they mark. And then these are your kinetics, which are your self-defense. And then, of course, I bought more self-defense. So let's go. Okay, so to put your cartridge in, let's go ahead and unload it. Okay. We'll go ahead and...
So now I have a question.
You got your Allen right here on the end.
So I have a
And that's
question.
going to go into your little cap for your cartridge. Okay. Of course, it's loose right now. Or at least somewhat loose.
I can do it.
My finger, okay. Okay. Okay, pull it up for now. Pull it up. There you go. You're dropping. I don't want to screw up those threads. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead.
Gonna screw it up.
Oh, okay, drop it actually. Okay, go ahead and get your CO2 cartridge. Okay. And like so. Okay. Take your cap. Okay, go ahead and start it. Make sure your Allen side is facing out. There you go.
That way, right?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep, because your cup, the cup's going to go right around the back side of the...
Well, that's not right then.
Upside down.
Well, I just said that, and you said yeah.
I said put the cup in. There you go.
Well, I didn't think that was right.
And those threads might be pretty
Now,
sharp.
Is this supposed to be flat?
Yep, supposed to be flush.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's not going to make it
Nope.
puncture itself?
Nope. Because the firing pin is inside.
All right.
And that's basically what it is.
You sure? Because it's got resistance.
Yep, I know.
Kind of scared.
Keep going.
That's as far as I can go with it. As far as I can go with it.
Okay.
I
Now,
don't want to go any further.
it probably just says, it probably says snug. Right?
Ain't too safe. You're going to hit my cookie jars.
Press the breech in a pin to eject. Any projectile is in it. Remove the CO2 cap using the cap tool on the end of the magazine. Insert a new CO2 cylinder, which you can get at Walmart. CO2 chamber. Use CO2 cap to tighten the cap. The cap requires very little pressure from the tool and should be spun with little to no resistance. Continue turning until you feel the resistance against the CO2. From this point, continue tightening a quarter turn further. Do not over tighten the cap. Insert the projectiles into the top opening of the magazine one at a time, slowly past ball retaining bar up to the maximum capacity noted on the side of the magazine.
How do you know it's not tightened too much?
Just a quarter turn after. So once it's tight.
Well, I don't know what I did.
Huh?
You said keep on tightening. I didn't.
Yeah, I know, and I did, and I checked it after you. So once it's tight, hold on to the gun.
I am.
Okay. There you go. And it's just a quarter. Really no resistance, okay?
Pointing it right at you.
Going away from you. Okay, so there's no resistance now. And then just going to go a quarter turn. So probably just enough to make that straight up and down.
So pretty much where I had it.
Yeah. Yep.
Because so it looks like that.
Yep.
So you don't see no.
Yeah, no real threads. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I ain't trying to break it.
Yeah, no. Insert projectiles into the opening of the magazine one at a time, slowly. Pass the ball retaining bar up to the maximum capacity of five rounds, which is what those are.
And if you push that, realize they're going to pop out.
Make sure that the breech indicator is down and the breech is empty, which is this thing here. That's the breech indicator right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure that's down. That'll tell you that there's nothing in the breech.
So now, if I put this in there and I pop this out of there, there still ain't gonna do nothing, right?
No. Nope.
Because the safety's on.
Right.
And I didn't pull the trigger.
Well, make sure the safety is on.
It is. I looked.
Okay. Make sure your safety is on.
It is. I looked.
Okay.
Because if I put it in there and then I take it out, right up in that is where I'm going to see that ball, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. I'm not going to do it. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, but then again, you got the breech, that little breech indicator on top. That little breech indicator, this thing here, remember?
Well, I
know. If that's up, that means there's one in there.
Right. No, I just wanted to see where it was going to actually end up.
Right. Make sure that the breech indicator is down and the breech is empty. Align the top of the magazine with the well. Make sure the CO2 cap tool is facing the rear of the launcher, and push it upward until you hear it lock. So here's that's your little tool. See the little tool there?
Push what till you hear it lock?
Facing the rear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know how to do that.
Okay, when you put that,
it clicks in place, but you got it backward.
Turn that around. Make sure that thing is facing the rear.
Right.
And then,
yeah, because
once you hear it locks, now you got
now it's fully loaded.
Now it's loaded. Yeah. Now you got your notches up. Okay, so you know you got one in there. Okay, now that is fully loaded. Okay.
So
now be careful. Even though it's not going to fire until you pull that trigger, but you're still.
So what's this for? This for a sight?
That's your sight. This here to that there.
Oh, where's my sight?
Then pull your. Okay. Rear, and then push it in. You hear it lock in place. Point the launcher at the intended target. Flip the safety lever down into the fire mode. Pull the trigger all the way back to fire a projectile. After using your launcher, be sure to unload the magazine and press the breech indicator down to eject any loads that are in it. The CO2 cylinder,
Hey, how hard is it going to be
down
to
to
pull that
eject.
trigger?
Pull it down, and any loaded ball before removing the CO2 cylinder. Changing the magazine or storing, you may store the breacher in the safe position mode if it is equipped with a safety lever. Right. Okay, here's your Leslie Pratt, no federal license not Pratt, no, CO2 pipe, patent pull pierce technology, always ready to go. TSA approved. Compressed air carry-on bag, no. Check bags, yes. Special instructions. May be carried in check baggage without compressed cylinder air attached. Okay.
So you can take it with you.
So you take it with you. Just
You
have
just
to have it
can't
unloaded.
take this.
With it in it. But you can get that anywhere. Alright.
Well, can't you just put that in your pocket?
No, they wonder why. Just put it. You just don't have it in the gun, and you can put it in check baggage. Maybe carried in checked baggage without
This has to be in checked baggage.
Yeah.
This can't be on your person.
No, not at the airport. Not if you're going on the plane. Okay. Best practice. Patented pull pierce technology enables CO2 cartridge in the launcher unpunctured until the first trigger pull. On the first trigger pull, the CO2 is punched and the projectiles is launched simultaneously. Do not put your finger in the trigger until you're ready to hit your intended target. Do not use the launcher above 120 degrees.
Well, no.
Okay. Shot velocity may vary due to effective temperature, pressure of the CO2 cartridge, shot placement and distance. Vary sound with the launcher performance. In practicing, if you experience jams in the 5 or 7 round magazine, clean the magazine with water thoroughly. Dry dust powder builds up. Clean the magazine with water and thoroughly dry. Store launcher unpressurized with unpunctured CO2 cartridge. Okay.
So that shouldn't be in there.
What's that? That can
The
always
CO2 cartridge.
that can always be stored in there.
It just said to store it unpressurized.
Yeah, it's not pressurized. It won't be pressurized till you take your first shot.
But what happens when you take your first shot and then you put it away? Do you have to take that out?
They don't want you. Well, you're not going to do it. You're probably going to empty it, but I'm not sure how many rounds.
Won't it? If you have this in there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you shoot it.
Yeah.
And now you punctured this end.
Yeah.
Won't it leak out?
That's the question. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many shots you get per.
You have 48 hours to use that cylinder after being punctured, from what I understand.
After using your launcher, be sure to unload the magazine and press the breech indicator down to retrieve that last ball before removing the CO2 canister. Charging the magazine or storing, you may store the launcher in a safe mode. Yes.
This
Yeah.
will go in that hole.
Huh? Yeah, that's all the same. I think they're all the
You
same.
could take it apart
Oh yeah.
if you had to. I wouldn't recommend it. But
Actually, what I think what that is when you pull they're probably the same on both sides. You can add a thing to that. Add your accessories to that. In safety mode.
oh no, it don't fit.
I gotta find out if you can.
Aha!
See if you can dry fire. Regulations permit states may regulate the possession of use of the burner.
Doesn't fit.
Oh, they're different?
Doesn't fit.
Oh, I think.
It looks like it fits, but it doesn't fit.
Okay, use of other than self-defense, maybe a crime. Possession.
That's good.
Okay. Disclosures, user responsibility. Okay. I already did that. Again.
I don't want to shoot it till the child is not here.
Right.
Because.
Okay, my question.
I can't pay attention to you if she's crying.
Yeah. I have to see if.
And this is kind of something
I just gotta see
really
if,
need to understand.
See if we can. Yeah. I'll check down the road, see if you can actually dry fire it. Because she's never.
I'm going to screw this back in.
She's never shot a handgun.
No, I've never shot a handgun. I've shot a
rifle.
M16.
Yeah. M16, but
this is nothing like an M16,
this is
though.
a whole different scenario. Okay. So this is going to give her more.
Only thing I ever done was load a magazine.
Right. She can walk around this house for any little noises, and because this will definitely give her a little bit more feel of safety while I'm gone.
Yeah.
So, and again,
I wouldn't want to have to shoot somebody, but I would.
These are the kinetics. Well, you can shoot somebody without any, with any worrying about that you're gonna kill them.
Right.
You're definitely gonna deter them to a point where they're gonna want to leave. The other projectiles have mace in them, and depending on where. As far as I know right now, New York State will not allow you to shoot projectiles with mace in them.
Really?
So.
Oh, see, that would have been a good idea.
Maybe eventually they'll allow us to do that.
That would be a good idea.
So. But, anyway.
That would really disable somebody.
All right. So, there we go. We've gone through the loading and unloading of it. Again.
Mace will disable you all.
This lets you know that there's a ball still up in here when you go to remove it.
There's not, is there?
What? No, there isn't.
Okay.
And this is your button to remove the magazine. This is where your cartridge goes. Got a little Allen head right here for that. So once you put your CO2 in there, go ahead and tighten it down. And don't go more than a quarter turn after you've felt it connect with your CO2 cartridge. All right. So thanks for watching. If you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, definitely share. And we will, next time we do this, we'll be shooting it on a makeshift firing range.
Oh, yeah?
You'll catch us on the next Dana's Vlogs. And we are doing the unboxing of the Byrna.
Pronounced Byrna.
SL Launcher.
Oh, hey, wait. I got it. 22 shots per CO2. 280 feet per second. 60 feet effective range.
There you go.
That's how many.
There you go.
Somewhere we read that.
All right. And, of course, if you are in a self-defense mode in person, you want to be at least 6 feet away from the person.